And there we go.
Perfect
We are
synced
now
up start
underway.
to the race.
Right, well done, Saren.
Dansta with the slightly fast cutscene skip. Maybe that'll give him the advantage he needs to win this race. Who knows? When Dansta wins by like 5 frames, we can narrow it down to he had a slightly faster cutscene skip at the beginning.
We did have a match earlier in this league decided by a quarter of a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it can happen.
EEEK in his last match was within a minute of Tyrone, and that is no small feat.
That, yeah, like, that doesn't sound like a huge accomplishment, but that is a huge accomplishment. That's quite something. I mean, Tyrone averages 58s, doesn't he? As far as I'm aware.
Has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking a look here, his 7 races, his worst race out of the 7 is a 58.41.
His worst race.
Yeah.
And that is, wow. Wow, that's 15 seconds faster than Dansta's best race in the league. And, closer to 30 faster than EEK's best race. So yeah, playing within a minute of Tyrone is quite something. I don't think that cutscene skip loses time, but I think it just doesn't save time. As far as I'm aware, there's like a certain cap max speed which you do it in to like get the most time saved. But if you do like a first frame cutscene skip, it's similar to like a, I don't know the exact numbers, but it's similar to like a 3rd or 4th frame skip just because of loading times.
A tiny little bonk by EEEK while doing left side is going to give Dansta the advantage heading out of this kingdom. EEEK
Yeah, just a little bit though.
Or faster. So we already have a lead change. That's always nice.
First lead change of the race. We need to keep track of these. This needs to be something that we should add onto the stat sheet, I feel like. But there we go. The odds are 2.17 seconds in Dansta's favor out of cap, which is I mean, EEEK made 1 bonk. Bonk was about 2 seconds, so all adding up there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was commentating a race where there were like 15 lead changes. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was Dansta versus.
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? Well, I was gonna say that Dansta versus Jambo was very similar.
Oh, you know what? It was Dansta versus Jambo.
Yeah.
Tyrone and Strab was a different race. But that was a very exciting race between those two.
I think we should track Dino Skip success. That's true. That there isn't a stat for Dino Skip. Yeah. So EEEK doesn't go for DSS, and we will never know how consistent EEEK is at Dino Skip. So
I have not yet seen anyone in this league miss Dino. Actually, that's a lie.
Don't curse it. That's a real thing. Dansta
bonking
on DSS.
Bonk on DSS.
Yeah.
That's only his 3rd miss of the season. He was practicing this a lot in the open.
He was. All the way through, while we were doing the intro and stuff, he was practicing it, but gets to the 2nd try, which is great, recovering it quickly, and still should be saving just a couple seconds on EEEK with that. 1 miss at DSS if you get it while the 2nd time. There you go, still saved a couple seconds. So shouldn't be too worried about that.
He's in the lead by about 3 seconds here. And he was in the lead by 2 seconds coming out of this kingdom, so he only really saved 1 second with that 2nd attempt DSS.
He did, but I think he goes for every single time, so it wasn't kind of a way up of, oh, it probably would have been better not to go for it, because he would have done either way, and he didn't lose time, which is the main thing. He messed up, but he was still consistent enough to save a tiny bit of time and not lose his lead.
Exactly right, Dansta, very consistent with going for DSS. But it is an extremely hard trick. Thankfully for him, he bonked on the lower portion instead of on the rib cage.
Yeah, that would be devastating.
That would have been, considerably larger time.
Yeah.
So Dansta always goes for chest clip. He is 6 out of 6. EEEK, meanwhile, has only gone for it in 3 of his 6 races, and he is 3 for 3. I imagine, against an opponent of Dansta's caliber, that he's going to be going for chest clip today, but we will see in a moment.
Yeah, you may as well save that couple seconds, which it does.
think Tyrone and Strav had a double miss in their race. Ooh, Dansta
really
misses.
Well. Dansta, his first miss of the tournament. So he just saved a couple seconds. In the
Yeah, there you go.
Slightly behind, but
more or less makes up the time.
Yeah. There we go, going from 100% down to 85% consistency. But it's not the worst time loss in the world. It looked like it worked too. I thought that was a really good setup.
Dansta will exit this kingdom 1.88 ahead. So EEEK, even with the DSS miss, even with the chest clip miss, is only able to pull within about half of a second, if that.
Both runners are just under 15 seconds behind their PB right now, which isn't awful for a race.
Yeah, you got to consider EEEK probably goes for DSS and runs, but not
yes, yeah, that's true. That would make quite a hit on it. But yeah, they're both playing pretty much the same as each other right now. So I'm interested to see where this one goes.
I imagine both of these runners going for reverse town, but we will see. Indeed, Dansta. No, wait a minute.
EEEK's just going for the normal route. Yeah, he accidentally took a bonk on like the tiny little ledge there. I think his backflip accidentally came out as a long jump.
Dansta not confident in his DSS.
DSS? DSTA.
Or thank you, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm guessing because he missed DSS once, that lost too much time, and the Switch's internal clock switched over to daylight savings time, probably before he planted the seed.
But he didn't manual change it, and the seed still came up. I think he was just double-checking in the menu.
Well, I feel like if he's double-checking, he would have used the Switch's quick menu by holding down the home button, because the game still runs while you're looking at that.
Interesting little predicament there. And because of that little menu incident, EEEK is
now pulling ahead, yeah. Because as far as I'm aware, reverse town doesn't change the route later on in Sand, does it?
Only the beginning.
Yeah, only the beginning. So
and obviously
from here on out, both runners have the same route, and EEEK has taken the lead because of that manual DSTA. And EEEK had a bonk as well coming up from the seed.
True, we're gonna see both of these runners doing Dram now.
Ooh, we got stuck on the platform, yeah.
Although Dance's didn't look much better.
And
they both did it. So that is a relief. Oh, no! EEEK misses the box, and Dance is going to take the lead off of that.
Yeah, because I doubt he's going to go for single bill now. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I've never been quite sure how tight the timing for it is. Yeah, he's playing it safe, taking the second bullet bill, because that time loss meant the first one probably would have timed out before he reached the moon here.
Dance are going to take a couple second lead. Obviously, both runners going for reverse Jaxie. I think pretty much everybody in this league is going to go for reverse Jaxie.
Yeah.
Runners getting the coin chest as well. They should be in good position for Wood Kingdom. Dancer going for his bullet minute, and it works.
Nailing it, and so is he. Slightly faster than Dansta, I think. Or his movement up to the platform is slightly slower, I'm not sure. But I felt like Dansta was waiting a little bit longer for the bullet bill to actually crash, but I might be wrong about that. Here we go. EEEK is apparently only 60% consistent at one spin throw notes, which is really interesting to see at a low 58 level. Because EEEK must be what, 5th, 6th, 7th in the world? I'm not quite sure what the
he came in as the
are now.
6th seed, and I think we lost Chaos Pringle and Mitch. That put him at 8.
Yeah, okay. But he got it that time, lucky for him.
Okay, Dansta confirming he did in fact do manual DST. I was trying to figure out what that was.
Yeah, I thought he did, yeah. checking the time wouldn't have been important if he thought he missed on the other end, because the clock would have switched over before he planted the seed anyway, so either way it would have said 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whenever it's meant to be. Yes, yeah, he just pressed auto sync instead of actually going in and scrolling through the hours and stuff. Yeah, which is something I remember I discovered. I used to always like change it to an hour later and then realize you can just press the A button and it syncs it to today's time. And yeah, that does it for you.
Oh, good game knowledge to have, as Dansta is going to exit this kingdom 3.9 ahead. So still a very close race.
Yeah, very close, still within 4 seconds.
And we'd like to remind you, as we have a little bit of a stopgap, that we are currently in the middle of the Urban Arts Spring Fundraiser. I'll tell you more about Urban Arts later on in the show, but we are raising money for them. You can see we're a quarter of the way to our goal. We would appreciate it if you could help us out. Exclamation point UA, and I imagine exclamation point donate to learn more. As we get ready for Lake Clip here. Dansta 6 out of 18, EEEK 6 out of 21. And this could be a pivotal part of this race, as we see Dansta getting it immediately.
Very clean first try from Dansta. EEEK missing one throw, but really, really quick recovery. That's not losing more than half a second. And hitting the checkpoint, heading down to the moon now. Both of them really, really clean late clips.
Yeah, more or less the first try there for EEEK.
Yeah, I wouldn't even...
throw, only losing about half a
the
second.
stat sheet will count that as a miss, but
okay.
I don't.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the stats sheet counted all throws or only throws that clipped through the corner.
Yeah, I believe it's all throws.
I have just seen they counted 2 throws for EEEK.
Yeah, okay.
Rest should be pretty standard here for these players.
Yeah, the rest of Lake isn't too much of an issue. I really can't imagine place where it would go drastically wrong.
Yeah, ultimately Lake Clip is the place where it can go drastically wrong.
Yeah.
Either just taking punch attempts or
yeah,
clipping through the wall and having to go for a Rango route.
The rest of Lake is pretty trivial. Taking a long jump there instead of the roll cancel. Very slight difference in movement, but it's interesting to see.
Del's saying in the chat that he's not looking forward to implementing Lake Clip. That is a problem that I am glad that I do not have.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of at the level 90% where I should really be adding it, but I haven't yet. But I've been doing a bit of Dark Side recently, and in Dark Side, Lake Clip saves like 25 seconds instead of the usual like 7 it doesn't any percent. So it's a lot more worth it, and I feel like that's a really good place to start. So Stealth, if you want somewhere to like practice it in runs, try Dark Side, because you can miss it a few times and still save time.
Yeah, I'm not very well versed on the longer categories in this game, so that's
I didn't used
really
to be either until I started doing them myself, but yeah, I still know basically nothing about all moons. It's something I'd really like to actually have some knowledge on.
I think we were talking in the Discord about doing a darker side race. I mean, heavily unconfirmed. Wow, that was a miss rock by Dansta.
He just
get that
caught up that most of that time, because Dansta was 5.5 seconds ahead out of Lake, but it's looking like about 1 second gap now. But yeah, a darker tournament would be a really cool thing to see. It's an awesome category. It really is.
Even if it's just a showcase race, that'd be a lot of fun.
Or a showcase, yeah. But it's exactly kind of halfway between Any Percent and All Moons, and I think it strikes a really good balance of both. Because Dark Side, like half the kingdoms are just the Any Percent routes anyway, and All Moons is between 7 and 10 hours long. So
oh, look at this! We're pretty much synced here.
Yeah, we really are. He's caught up some time there. That was a synced up moon grab. I'm not sure where Dansta lost a little bit of time.
Just movement, I think.
Yeah, must just be movement, or he didn't get the uproot speed strats. But Dansta did have a slightly faster setup for a nut clip. Oh, I think he missed that.
Oh my goodness, he
did
missed
not
it.
look happy about that. Yeah.
He knew it immediately. Eek is going
did.
to take a huge advantage here.
Yeah, he realized the moment that he made that mistake, he probably just took it a little bit too fast or something.
That is the first nut clip miss of the season for Dansta. And he is going to have
Wow.
a long backup as he bonks at the very top trying to climb the wall.
It's easy to do once you make that sort of mistake, then it can just get your mindset wrong. We can see that he was really frustrated himself with that, so I imagine that he's just a little bit flustered right now, trying to get back into the rhythm of it, and I'm sure he'll be back on his usual gaming momentum again. But yeah, Dansta was 100% consistent, 6 out of 6 at nut clip, and the out of bounds at this until this race.
Eek has to be thrilled at this development as he grabbed the checkpoint. Very good. Because we talked about this. Dansta's 4 out of his 6 gold that he has better than Eek are the first 4 kingdoms of the game.
Yes, and this is the point where Eek has a little bit of advantage over Dansta.
Yeah, he's going to escape with potentially a 30-second lead.
Yeah, he made a very slight mistake getting up to the dead end nut, but that really doesn't prove too much of a problem for him as he now heads up to nuts on the crumbling tower.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Dansta having a lot of trouble with that nut for some reason. What's up, Combo? Thanks for stopping by. So, Dansta having to grab the story moon.
Yeah, because he missed nut clip. It's not that he missed the out of bounds, he actually didn't get the clip, which means he didn't manage to get the moon up there and has to get this one to fill in for that slot, which is unfortunate because the more advanced routes for Wooded completely cut out that moon because of all the story cutscenes that are related to it. It does lose about I think it's about 25 total that missing nut clip will lose. So I'm not too certain on that.
Dansta just now heading into the tower. Eek is going to be on his way to the flooded pipes.
Yeah, where it still could all go wrong. Flooded pipes can be very brutal. It's a place known for just input drops and stuff like that.
I mean, let's not mince words, folks. This race is far from over.
It's true.
But Eek has to be the odds-on favorite at this point.
Yeah, at least until Bowser's Kingdom, Eek's yeah, until Bowser's Kingdom, Eek's tournament golds are better than all of Dansta's. But yeah, took 2 damage in pipes. As I said, it is very easy to go wrong there. And nearly rolled straight underneath and went to the pipe. That must be the worst thing that can happen, yeah. Because if you roll into that pipe, you'd have to do the whole sub-area all over it again.
There's got to be a backup move, surely. I mean, obviously in runs, that's an immediate reset, but...
I imagine if there was a backup moon, then we'd probably get that instead of some other moon in Wooded. There aren't any moons close to that I can think of.
So, Eek starting to lose some of his lead after a very not clean
and
Dansta
got pipes absolutely perfectly, so...
Correct. So he is in a huge lead. Only his second faster pipes of the league. He's 2 for 7.
Yeah. I think most people would agree, Stealth, that Wooded is the hardest kingdom in the game, especially at a higher level. I think for beginner to intermediate players, like places like Bowser's and Metro and Luncheon definitely prove more difficult, but the advanced Wooded routes are really, really punishing for even the most advanced players, so it's not unsurprising to see mistakes there.
Apparently those not faster pipes, says Dansta, who finds himself 33 seconds and change behind Eek, who grabs the hint art.
Oh yeah, I think faster pipes is where they do like all the up throws and stuff. I think where they like do the up throws and then dive into Cappy on the up throw. I don't know, something crazy like that. As far as I understand, that's what it is. What Zach says? Hell yeah, I know my stuff. Yeah, and I think when you're getting to this level, then Luncheon also becomes one of the harder kingdoms again, because This is a point where most runners are implementing Spewless. I don't know how many runners actually don't do Spewless in the league. I can't imagine it's that many.
Both
It
of these
used to
runners
be,
go for Spiritless.
yeah, definitely anyone who has a 58 and a mid to low 59 will go for it, which is crazy because when it was first kind of introduced, it was one of these ridiculously hard things, which everyone was like, we can't do that. That's way too hard. And only the really top runners went for, but again, runners are improving and it's becoming a lot more common, which is cool to see, but also very scary because it's not an easy kingdom to do.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of these strats, you just have to pick up in races by force because you think the other runner is going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And there's obviously still stuff that runners don't go for. For example, EEEK, despite knowing full well that Dansta is very consistent DSS, still opted in for Dino Skip because there's no point losing that time when stuff like this can happen, and he ends up ahead anyway.
Trigger and Klepto. Dansta with a nice meme tree. Things going good for both of these runners so far. Obviously, Dansta cannot afford a big mistake here.
Going for reverse repeatal. EEEK is 100% consistent at that trick. Dansta only 50, half the consistency of EEEK.
And one of the harder tricks in this game, to be sure. Sometimes the Torpedo just doesn't want to cooperate with you.
Yeah, and it is easy to just accidentally bonk into that ledge and die in the poison. I'm not sure if how common that is at this level, but it's always a risk. But yeah, getting the Deathless, whatever you want to call that trick, and heading out of Lost into Night Metro.
Oh, Dansta's going to miss reverse Torpedo again.
Yeah, he accidentally hit his head on the block. Less than 50% consistent now.
I didn't even know that block was there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the damage strat just to be safe.
Yeah, there is a way of doing that damageless, but I think you have to kind of lure out the Torpedo, and I think it's only faster if you decide to do that from the beginning. Otherwise, taking the damage is a little bit faster. Dansta missed Nut Clip. Nerzak, I think is your name.
That's the first death of the match. Dansta missing the bridge skip. That's not the biggest loss in the world because that only loses about 2 seconds.
That is the first death though, yeah. Although EEEK was close in pipes, it's on 1 health. Yeah, Dansta is not happy with this run. Totally understandable, but still plenty of places to claw it back. We're barely even halfway through yet.
Sure. EEEK finds himself 47 seconds ahead.
47, that is a huge lead, yeah.
You gotta think that's the biggest lead anyone's had on Dansta so far. Or maybe that's not true, because I think Dansta lost a race. But this early in the game, I mean...
Oh, especially this early,
surely.
yeah.
I'm sure Dansta will correct us if we are wrong, but having a 47-second lead on Dansta in the first half of the game, that is unheard of.
Yeah, Dansta has been playing very well in the tournament so far. I'm not sure where I can find all of the scores and stuff. I imagine it's just on the challenge page.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, Dansta's 1 loss is a tie round. But in trouble for a second one here.
Oh, very nice first air screen.
That's very clean. So we'll see, we have Jambo and Buster Doggy coming up in the next match. Dansta got onto the
taking that
platform
bonk and pulling all the way down.
That's a huge time loss. Things falling apart for Dansta.
Yeah, no, Marion nearly landed.
It's compounding mistakes, one problem after another for Dansta.
Yeah.
He could potentially find himself a minute behind now based on the way EEEK has played the Mecha Wiggler so far.
Yeah.
One singleton in the middle, now 2 singletons. Make that
You should still be able to
3.
make this. Yeah,
Oh,
not a problem, but still a little bit of a pain. Wiggle hitboxes can be strange. Like, that bullet didn't hit, apparently, on Dansta's screen. It looked like it did, but that's just the way this fight goes sometimes. I guess Nintendo didn't expect for us to shoot so fast.
Dansta coming up on his second cycle here. Gonna take a hit, that's fine.
Yeah, hit really doesn't lose time here. Apart from the very slight animation that you get. The Elden Ring grind shows. I was about to say, I know I've been talking to Dansta recently, and I know that he has been spending a lot of the time he could have been practicing playing Elden Ring, which is completely understandable. The game is very addictive, but I think it just goes to show that, especially at this level, without like constant practice and de-rusting, like it is really easy to fall behind and just start making mistakes even after just 1 or 2 weeks of not playing a lot. So yeah, you have to be really dedicated to get to this level and kind of keep the skill in the game.
Especially in an 11-week league.
Yeah, it's a really long league, and that can be pretty taxing on the runners, I suppose, when to kind of keep the level of consistency they need to get through. They're gonna have to be playing a lot in those 11 weeks, so.
Having a very good day metrics so far. Got Trash Cram, got Drive-By. Dancer going for his Drive-By right now, and he'll get it. SMO 2, if only. If only.
If only. I mean, it's not too late for that. The Switch is, what, 5 years old now? So.
And I mean, they're not developing a new console, so they're gonna have to have a new.
Oh, are they not?
Game.
That's not something I was aware of.
No, they're not developing.
Yeah, yeah.
Not at the moment, anyway. They were working on a higher model Switch.
Higher model. That makes sense, yeah. Kind of like a Wii U type thing. Yeah, I totally understand that.
I think it would be more along the lines of like
Xbox
a
PS4 Pro, yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I mean, that makes total sense. I think the Switch is just such a perfect console that... I mean, I was thinking that. I was like, most consoles last kind of around 7 years, and I really don't want the Switch to go, because it's just such a good idea.
Yeah, I really feel like we're getting to the era where, like, we're not cycling through consoles nearly as fast because we have such high-powered.
We really do, yeah.
Now that, like, what else could you possibly want?
Yeah,
like,
and obviously
you
the
have
Switch.
VR potential. You have 60 FPS, 4K. I mean, unless you somehow come out with an 8K console, which is going to take a long time, and I don't think developers are doing.
Yeah, true.
Like, even PS4 is still getting first-run games, and PS5's been out for, what, 2 years?
Yeah. That usually happens in the first couple of years of a console, but I totally agree, because, like, you know, I was just kind of thinking, like, I don't want them to make a new console with a new gimmick, because I think the Switch's gimmick just works so well.
Dan's missing the trash pillar, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it, yeah. That was, he luckily found that platform and was still able to make it up without having to warp again. So not too much of a time loss, but still a little bit. But yeah, I think if they just make a new model, pump some more power into the Switch, then it can definitely keep going for at least another 5 years.
I would agree with that. I don't think we're going to see a new console anytime soon. Because, like, even the portable market, the Switch is essentially a portable console, so they don't even need to release like a 4DS or whatever.
4DS. That just reminds me of those, I don't think they really do them anymore, but I remember when I was a kid, the 4D cinemas, or what do you call them, movie theaters, where like you get the little scratch cards and you scratch off the parts and sniff them, and it's like that part of the movie. Did you ever? Did you ever experience one of those?
I haven't. I've seen a 3D movie before.
Okay,
and,
even
like,
3D movies aren't common anymore, are they?
Yeah, I remember the big thing was supposed to be like 3D TVs, and that was like
Yes, yeah,
12 years
they died
ago.
off, yeah.
They
I
died
never
off
really,
quick.
yeah. I never liked 3D movies. I never really got the point in them. But
I
yeah,
mean,
I remember
as a kid, it was a cool concept.
it's a cool concept, but I think even as a kid, after 10 minutes, you just forget that it's there. I don't know, I remember I went to see Spy Kids 4 in 4D, and there was these little, like, scratch card things, and, like, a little prompt would come up on the screen, and you had to scratch the next one and smell it, and it was so weird. But they do also...
I was just
Continue?
gonna bring up Spy Kids 3 because they had the 3D, but you had to take the
Yeah.
glasses on and off during the movie.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, so like the gimmick of Spy Kids 3 was they had to like go into this video game.
Yes, that was
and they were
it.
like in and out of the video, and only the parts where they were in the video game were in 3D.
Oh, was it in 3D?
So there would be like a prompt
Okay.
on the screen to put your glasses on, take your glasses off.
They really like that kind of interactive thing, Spy Kids. But yeah, I have been in the 4D cinemas with the moving chairs as well. Those are actually really good. Yeah, I feel like 3D TVs would only really catch on if they kind of use, I don't know, like 3DS technology where you don't need glasses
There
for it.
was one. There was one that did
Oh, really?
that, yeah, and that was like 10 years ago, and it didn't catch on either.
Yeah.
He's taking a
Angus won
bonk
his
there.
gimmicks.
He's gonna miss the launch off of this block, but otherwise a pretty good snow
Yeah, nice
clip so
backup.
far. Yeah, real good backup, especially because he got snow clip, so it should all come out in the wash. As much as I've been enjoying this conversation, we do have a race coming.
We should probably talk about the race, yeah.
I don't know. God forbid the YouTube comments come after us.
Oh no.
Yeah, back when we were doing Mario Maker 2 for GSA, like all of the comments were just like, "These commentators suck." And finally, one time, I'm like, I'm gonna read the comments on one of my races and like see if there's like some valid criticisms, and it's just people saying that I suck, and it's like, this doesn't help me.
I know, I really don't understand that approach to criticism.
Yeah,
like,
they just gotta be mad. I don't know what they want. They just want to be mad, I think. But anyway,
like, it's not gonna change anything.
We do have a race as Eek is in the Goomba room. Dansta is gonna get that launch.
Dansta got that triple jump, which
even
is
though
really nice.
he struggled mightily on Snowclip.
Yeah, Dansta is only 50% consistent at Snowclip, but Eek is 100%.
Wow.
Which is very impressive. Snowclip is surprisingly difficult to pull off. And
Thankfully, it only saves like 2 seconds, I think.
it does, yeah, but every second counts in helping Dansta catch up. I haven't actually looked at the lead. We are currently 1 minute and 2 seconds in Eek's favor. He's only been saving more and more time on Dansta as he's just making these little movement mistakes that are obviously adding up. But we're heading into Snowdram now, which could potentially go wrong.
Dansta's just going to a room. I don't think I feel like we're not going to see an ICC out of Dansta. It only saves 7 seconds.
Has he gone for it before?
Oh God, no. The literal.
I was gonna say.
I've done twice in a race.
Yeah.
And I think both times the runners were just mean.
The trouble with the ICC is that it needs a whole route change, so we would have known at the start of Snow if he's going for it.
Yeah, because you don't get the. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But Eek is absolutely nailing Snowdram, 100% consistent at that as well. He's really just good at mid-game. I don't know what it is about Eek, but his consistency for late clip is 30%. But then every single trick in mid-game, he's like 100% consistent at.
Yeah, Matsy was. I will go back to your point in a second, but Matsy pointed out that Triple X got ICC on the first try. In the open, when Doge was behind by like 10 minutes, he went for it, and he took like 100 tries.
Oh,
Great
I
race.
remember that match with Doge. That was so funny.
He had like a 116. That was excellent.
I remember,
but, like,
yeah.
Speaking of Triple X, he's, really good at Moon. Goes for a lot of 2DSSs and races.
He's good at all the hard tricks. Yeah.
Sometimes you're just good at a certain segment of the race.
Exactly,
and for Eek, that's the middle game.
Yeah.
Dansta going for his snow clip now. I'm a little bit worried, and he gets it. I'm still not good at all at telling when snow clip is going to hit. Or snow dram.
It's only something that you learn when you do it yourself and you understand the feel of it. I know what you mean. The most important part of Snowdram is really the initial vector, so you can kind of tell by the first cap throw if it's going to hit or not.
EEEK going for his gush room, always very elegant.
Oh, I love that up throw strat.
Grabbing the fish. Will we see the palace clip? Yes, I'm still calling it that.
It's called Fish and Dips in the stat sheet, which is my favorite name for it.
Stupid name.
Oh wow, I didn't realize you felt so passionately about this.
Oh yeah, you've missed my whole like several month-long tirade about the name of this clip.
Well, what do you have against Fish and Dips?
It's in a palace.
You just too American to understand
clip.
it.
It's the palace clip.
I mean, it's a good name.
Tipping. You're clipping out of bounds.
I guess because, you know what, I never thought of it. Maybe because like you dip down with the fish. I don't know. Maybe you should have been around when it was first discovered to introduce that name.
I named it that a day after the trick came out.
Okay, well maybe you should have just been famous first so people actually listen to you. There you go.
I'm aware that it's a fish and chip joke. I get it. Like, I understand the joke. It's just a stupid name. Because it does not accurately describe what you're doing.
I shouldn't have brought this up. I regret that.
If anything, this is a dip more than a clip. Like, call that fish and dips. That would make sense. Anyway, Dansta's not even hitting the chest.
That was the longest
Finally getting out of bounds. That was weird.
It's not... He was just, like, spending a long time setting it up. I don't know if that's going to save time. I doubt it.
At this point. Thankfully, he stays out of bounds.
Yeah,
so
he didn't clip back in, so, at least come out even. Maybe save, like, a second.
But anyway, EEEK exiting Seaside Kingdom now.
Yeah, he didn't have the cleanest Seaside. He bonked at the beginning, and didn't hit the trick that shall not be named.
Thank you.
So let's have a look. Yeah, he lost 12 seconds to his PB in that kingdom, which isn't great to see, but we'll see how that compares against Dansta in a second.
Yeah, Dansta having all of the trouble in the world in the palace. Just the palace. So he's probably gonna lose a fair shake of time as well. And EEEK obviously a minute ahead. At this point, Dansta's gonna need something miraculous, either for him to go into PB mode or for EEEK to start falling apart here. Obviously, both these runners going for Stewart skip, so maybe something.
Yeah, we are pushing into late game here, which is one of the trickiest segments through a combination of just the actual content of the kingdoms and nerves. And this is coming up to the point soon where Dansta's gold starts to be pulling ahead of EEEK again. So
yeah, I almost wonder if with a minute lead, it's down to 57 seconds for EEEK now out of the Seaside. I wonder if you think about going for regular Speward, because it's a safer route. You lose like 11 seconds, but if Dansta misses once on anything, then you make the time back up.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you lead by 45 seconds out of this game. I don't know. I guess the thought is, you know, Dansta's better in Bowser and perhaps Moon.
So he's got to make that lead. Yeah, I mean, looking at the stat sheet, he is pretty consistent at Invisiblock, which is probably the most scary part of Spiritless.
Dansta obviously no choice with EEEK going for it. And this far behind, he has to go for it, and frankly...
Yeah, definitely.
EEEK going for... Even if EEEK went for regular, Dansta would still have to go for it. I don't know, maybe I'm just a moron.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's, I mean, that's definitely a strat which a lot of runners do in races, is just, like, kind of observe what's happening and play according to that, whether that's playing more aggressive or playing more safely, but I guess EEEK is just confident enough in his skill that he can go for that.
Very true. At a 58 level, especially Eek being as highly ranked in the league as he is, I imagine he's got to be pretty confident.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't even seen Eek's score sheet here. He lost to Stravos, but Stravos being as low-seeded as he is in the league is a grave injustice because he has been taking it to some of these runners.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, so Stravos beat Eek, as well as Tyrone beating Eek, and potentially Eek pulling the upset here against Dansta, although not a huge upset by a stretch. The top half of this will be pretty close together.
Yeah, but if Eek does manage to keep this lead all the way to the end, he will be walking away with a decent number of points, as the score that the runners get on the races isn't only based on whether they win or lose, but also how far apart they are at the end. So, Dansta
being well behind would be bad news for Dansta.
It really would, yeah. It's not only the danger of losing, but he could be getting close to the minimum points you can get in a race, depending on how he plays endgame.
Yeah, with a loss, Dansta would be down to 6-2. Eek would vault him in points. No, Eek would not vault him in points. Eek would vault him in points with a win in his next match. Eek has only played 6 races, Dansta's played 7.
Oh, okay.
So Eek's still with a race to go. But with a race in hand, a win would put him over Dansta, and that would push Dansta down to the 4th spot in the league.
And barely made it onto the platform without hitting the lava again and dying. That looked very scary on my screen. His face cam looked pretty chill about it, but that gave me a heart attack. But yeah, Invisiblock time. One of the most scary looking jumps in the game, but Eek is 100% consistent in the league and getting it again without a problem.
Yep, 3 blocks there.
It will never fail to impress me, that jump, although from what I've heard, it isn't the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah, I would not categorize it as the hardest thing in this game, but it still looks very elegant. You have to really know where that block is because it is literally invisible.
Good game knowledge, yeah. That's something you could pull out at a party. Be like, yo, look at this invisible block, but you didn't go.
Oh, Eek!
Ooh!
Good backup, though, going after that other Potaboo as he loses the Potaboo on that tomato.
Yeah, he barely just clipped the ground there, because he still activated the tomato when he hit the ground with the whatever you call them, Potaboos, but for some reason it uncaptured.
And a good cycle there as he finishes out. A great save there for Eek.
Yeah,
could have been really bad.
Yeah, it could have resulted in a death or having to go back to the beginning of the sub area, but he played it safe and just went for the other tomato, or tomato, whatever you want me to say.
You have the accent, it's fine. Dansta also getting his Invisiblock jump. He is heading to that same tomato room right now as he successfully gets the timer moon, and he is on out of here. Dansta with an opportunity to make up a little bit of time, but
yeah, I believe he did.
Himself well behind.
Dansta nearly made the same mistake as Eek, but saved it before he captured the Potaboo. And I mean, as far as I could tell, Dansta played a nearly perfect luncheon.
Not a good cycle, but able to save it.
Yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, apart from one bonk getting up to the turnip, although there still is one more moon left, but Dansta did play a pretty good luncheon as far as I'm aware. So we'll see if the leads have bounced out a little bit.
Well, Eek is going to be heading into Ruined Kingdom here. Dansta on his way out. We're going to see in a moment how far apart they are. For what it's worth, Eek gained some time on his PB there, even with the mistake.
He did, yeah. He saved 3 seconds on his PB. He made a few mistakes too. He bonked coming out of the sub area after Spew at skip as well. So
52 seconds the difference heading out of this kingdom.
Yeah, Dansta did save 5 seconds there.
In Ruin. Kind of weird game design to have this kind of auto-scroller boss that's pretty easy, but you know who would have made a better level here is the fine folks at Urban Arts who are teaching... See what I did there?
That was a good segue.
Thank you.
gotten up with that
I'm getting
wall
really
raise.
good at these.
Yeah, we were still planning it in the commentary room beforehand.
Urban Arts is a great program that helps kids learn game design skills, a lot of computer STEM skills, STEAM skills. Helps them get into college. They have actually 93% students of color, 50% women, so really tackling some underrepresented areas in both STEAM and game design. A great program that we very much would appreciate calling you. I was reading the comment, I'm sorry. That we would really appreciate if you were able to help us out in our spring fundraiser. As you can see there on the bottom, we are a quarter of the way done. We would definitely appreciate if you were able to help get some kids into college. Very noble work that they do. I don't think we have Jason here today. Maybe he'll be around for the second.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. How do we donate? Do you know, AC?
I believe that would be !donate for the link.
Let's try that out right now. There it is. If you want to help out Urban Arts, click on that link. Any donation you can make would be really, really helpful for these guys. And all of the donations go directly to the teachers and the tools needed to continue inspiring underprivileged students. So.
EEEK heading on out of here. Dansta still with his third phase. Certainly understandable, Fanic. I'm not going to ask anybody to go broke. But if you are able, we would certainly appreciate it. Obviously, you know that that's not a possibility for everybody.
What does that mean, Harvey? Do you think I'm a horrible person? I'm being dissed in Twitch chat right now. Wow.
No, he's saying that he didn't know you'd be and he's excited to see you come.
Oh, sorry. I read that completely wrong.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what you were being mad about there.
I didn't know you'd be commentating nice. I was like, what, you think I'm gonna be mean? You think you're gonna be bullying the runners?
Commentating not nice.
Got it. Punctuation is important.
Jade best. This race really fell apart for Dansta and Wooded. He missed Nutclip, and then he's had a couple other compounding errors, just losing 5-10 seconds here and there, but Nutclip really was the linchpin in this race for Dansta.
Yeah, he
found
was,
himself a minute 3 behind out of snow. He has since clawed a tiny bit of the way back.
Yeah, but he did also miss DSS in Cascade, so I think he's probably just not on his best performance today, but it was definitely Nutclip that kind of knocked him off his, oh, I don't know what the phrase is, but...
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, kind of set off some...
It was 11 seconds in Night Metro.
Yeah, he fell down on the lifts, remember?
That was 11 seconds?
Oh yeah, it was a while, because he fell all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
Ooh. Beautiful birdless.
BPT, for those wondering, EEEK is at 59 even, Dansta at 59-53, so he's going to have to play right up against his golds to continue his streak of sub-hours.
He's going to really struggle to get a sub-hour in this, but definitely not impossible. Has he gotten every match as a sub-hour so far, do you know?
I believe from that comment that he made that he has.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Want to keep your streak. Yeah, that's quite the feat to make. EEEK! Wow, really struggling Bowser Drum.
World of trouble here. He got birdless very clean, but this.
But Bowser Drum is
finally.
Yeah, generally considered an easier strat. It's not a setup that I've seen before though, with the cap throw, ground pound jump, cap throw.
Yeah, at that point, just
I think most.
For it, but he was starting to toss time after it. Dansta not going for birdless. Saw something he didn't like, I guess.
Yeah, totally understandable. Ooh, nice up the roll cancel into the moon. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Dansta is 100% consistent about this round so far. EEK is only 70%, so
And he just tossed away 2 attempts there. So
yeah.
EEK finishing up with Topper. He is now onto a Sarbamba attempt, and that is a good...
Missed it, unfortunately. No. Yeah, the bomb just flew a bit too far back and hit off Harriet, so we'll be missing that trick, but it should still be following up nicely with the first-person strats, which are still reasonably fast. Dansta is opting for... Yeah, he's opting for Harriet first, so it's going to look like the runners are not that far apart, but EEK is now able to sweep in and collect the story move.
Super clean Sarbamba. Dansta not even needing the second capture on the levitating bomb.
Other than the lack of birdless, and I don't know if he goes with birdless usually, but this has been a really clean bunny so far for Dansta.
Yeah, exactly Dansta usually goes for birdless. That was his first miss.
Okay.
Or wait a minute. No, he was 6 out of 7. That was his first time not going for it, I should say. Unless that was the fail.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure.
I'm confused. Anyway, you got Sarbamba. That's the part.
Yep, did good. Good job.
EEK has had a little bit of trouble with the mech. He is only 3 out of 5 on Topper acquired. Although he is a perfect 6 out of 6 on target acquired. Dansta 7 of 7 Topper acquired, 6 out of 7 target acquired. So this is really an the last opportunity is to hope that EEK makes a mistake, because at this point, he does not have... Oh my goodness, he just missed the move.
Yeah, sub hour is unfortunately no longer happening for Dansta. His current BPT is a 1003, and EEK is looking at a 59.12 right now, a low 59.
Dansta made up 4 seconds, but that is not what you need this far behind. You
Still
need a lot bigger time.
Yeah, Dansta has been saving time in every kingdom but Ruined since, I don't know which kingdom that is. Kind of Snow, I think it was? Yeah, Snow.
Though he did lose 3 seconds in Ruined somehow.
Yeah, somehow, but... Don't know if that really
with the top required, though. He said that was one of his pain points. He is perfect on target acquired. Dansta will need an absolute miracle at this point. Moment of truth for EEK. Down the middle, and he got it.
He was a little bit far to the right there. I was kind of scared, but absolutely nailing it. Really, really quick dives. Love to see it. And yeah, EEK, after watching about a minute and a half of cutscenes, is done with Bowser Kingdom, heading into Moon. As Bowser is... Bowser? Why did I just call Dansta Bowser? As Dansta is just starting on mech.
Nailing top required.
I don't even know where that came from.
Well, they're in the Bowser Kingdom. They're gonna go fight Bowser in a second.
I think Dansta looks similar to a giant... What even is Bowser? A turtle with spikes on his shell?
He's a Koopa.
Well, a Koopa, yeah, of course. Koopas are real creatures. Ooh, taking a bonk.
That's okay, that's okay. He can recover. Fine. Oh, no, he can't!
No, he didn't recover it!
Oh, no! Oh, maybe he tried desperately and couldn't do it. This is falling apart for Dansta. A meltdown on the mech, and that is just about gonna do it. The only thing that can save him now is a pillar's death from EEK. The sub-hour streak well and truly over. Dansta realizing that he's gonna go down to 6-2 here today. Just was not on his game against EEK.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. He had a chance to save it there, but the mech has some really weird physics because it doesn't expect Mario to be standing on top of it while it's moving. So despite him not falling off straight away when he was waiting for the next stop moving, he did get flung off the side and struggled to make it back up. Yeah, we will have to be revoking Dansta's Elden Ring privileges, limiting him to 2 hours a day from now on.
Yeah, I think...
I will be personally setting parental controls on his Steam account.
Reverse parental controls from Dansta, just like forcing him to play a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
They have a maximum, you said a minimum.
Yeah. Although as far as I think Eek's been playing Elden Ring too, but maybe he's been practicing a bit more in between. Maybe you have multiple Steam accounts, and that is dedication.
Just brick Dansta's computer.
Yeah.
Eek
One
going for the one wall, I believe, and careful! Almost long jumping off the side.
Yeah, long jump instead of a backflip. Very easy to do because it's the same inputs except it comes out as a long jump if you have momentum before you do it. So
yeah, if he would have jumped there, that wouldn't have made up all of the time back, but it would have made up a considerable amount of the time back.
Yeah.
Eek onto the final fight, 1:17 ahead. Into this kingdom. What it's worth, Eek's Pillars Gold is a 50.63. That is the third best Pillars of the entire...
It? There you go. I was going to say, I do not know if that's good or not.
Tyrone had a 49.95, Triple X a 50.45.
Oh wow, so it's very close between them then.
Yep. Eek also had a 50.75 and a 51.72. Both of those are in the top 10.
Yeah. I don't really have a frame of reference what is a good Pillars or not. Ooh, that is a miss on one wall jump for Dan, yeah. Which is funny considering that match he did with Jambo last Tuesday. It was one wall jump that actually gave him the win instead of Jambo.
That's correct, yeah.
But yeah, that is dropping his consistency down to around 80%.
Eek finished this Bowser fight. Dansta just about to start his.
Yeah, I want to see if Eek goes to 2DSS here. He has done one attempt before, but I imagine that with this kind of lead, he is on the potential for a 59 2x final time right now, and he probably just wants to keep that, but you never know. Maybe one attempt.
Well, this would be the moment. I assume he's not going to go for it. Although, even with the death here, he would still be fine. And he
no, just claw swiping into the pipe, totally respectful.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything. Third round for Dansta. Gonna finish things up here, but Eek about to head into the pillar room.
Yeah, heading into pillars. Just a few seconds before Dansta's finishing with the Bowser fight. It would. I mean, if Eek died right now, then the win would be in Dansta's hands. But a pillar's death is not something that is we're likely to see at all. So, pretty confident in the win for. I can't speak. Eek's pretty confident, I'm sure right now, that he's going to get this win. But yeah, Cat Jam's in the chat. The best song in the game. Best song in Nintendo history, perhaps.
Wow, that's high praise.
It's up there. It's definitely up there. But there we go, just break.
Well, there's not going to be a pillar's death now.
I mean, he could turn around and jump off. There's nothing stopping him. There we are, heading into the wire. Win for Eek with a 59:24.76. As I said, 59.2x. Very, very good time. That is actually 24 seconds than EEK's tournament average time. And less than 20 seconds off his best ever time in the tournament. So a really, really good match for EEK. Dansta is just heading into the Bills room now.
Tremendous stuff. Congratulations to EEK on the huge win. He should be escaping here with about 68 points based on their difference.
And the total pool is...
EEK is going to get 60 points for his win. Dansta starts with 30 points, and every 10 seconds after EEK finishes, another point clicks off of Dansta and into EEK's account. So with about a minute, 10 minute, 20 difference, the question is it going to be 67 or 68? EEK. Dansta still collecting a decent amount of points in defeat.
Very nice last
We've certainly seen less close races in this league.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not the biggest loss to Dansta ever. He finished, we'll see in a second. There we go. 1 minute and 20 behind EEK, which obviously I don't imagine he's too happy about that, but it's still enough to secure him over 20 points, which is perfectly good. And I think he's still pretty confident with his position right now. He does have a good amount of points. And has only got a couple more races left. Yeah, absolutely GG's both runners.
We will see if either of these runners are going to come in. And it looks like we will have both runners actually coming in. Gentlemen, congratulations on an exciting race.
Thank you. Thank you.
I guess we'll start with Dansta, taking an upset loss here today. Just all kind of came apart and wooded and never really got back together.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, you know, I really wasn't feeling it today. Like earlier, like I was practicing and like nothing worked. So I actually am surprised that I only made that big nut clip mistake. Like that lost me 55 seconds. Without
that
that
was the big mistake in the run.
Been like close to Savara at least, and I also fell off mech. So even though I made those mistakes, like when I practiced, I felt like I was just my general movement was even worse than was in the race. So whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you did also miss your first attempt at DSS, and I don't know how common that is for you, but I think from the get-go, it just wasn't really your day today. And
happened last week too, but yeah.
Oh, okay. It's unfortunate, but EEK, congratulations on the victory. You played a very, very good match. That must have been one of the best matches you've done in the tournament so far.
Yeah, I played all right. I wouldn't say I played like incredible, but there weren't too many huge mistakes, so honestly, I'm not that mad. I'm pretty satisfied overall, I guess, with this race.
Yeah, I definitely would be if I were you. That was 20 seconds better than your league average, so definitely something you should be happy about. So how do both of you feel moving into the rest of your matches, and how confident are you that you can make it through into the next round?
You can go first.
Okay. So I have Stravos next week, so that's gonna be a tough one. And after that, it's Lightron and Triple X. So like Stravos is gonna be really tough. Lightron, I think I have a good chance, and Triple X as well. So I mean, I already have a lot of points. So even if I lose all of them, I think I would be in the next rounds.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Definitely in a confident position. How about you, EEK?
I actually am not quite sure who I'm facing, or even like where I am in the standings. I'm kind of just like playing the races and trying to do my best, and kind of like not really focusing too hard on the standings and stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way of doing it. Just like enjoy it and kind of see where you go.
I think
stress about
you
it.
have Jambo and Buster next.
Okay, yeah. So those are pretty hard matchups, but I think I'm doing pretty well. Like I've won a lot of my races so far, so I think I'm pretty sure I will most likely get to the next round, but who knows? Maybe not.
I think even if you lose all your like you have enough points to
okay.
lose all.
That's good to hear.
All right then. Well, guys, it was a really great race. I appreciate both of you joining today, and I wish you all the best in the rest of your races and in your practice and in your Elden Ring playthroughs.
My goal
Thank
is
you.
to not be on the side with Tyrone when the bracket is made.
Okay.
so I have a shot at going to the grand finals.
Yeah, you have to hit the certain right number of points, win enough
Right,
matches, lose enough. Yeah.
You're potentially
that makes sense.
Fourth place would suck.
Yeah.
Because that's on the same side as Tyrone. I'm not sure about the other.
Just throw and get sixth, right?
Fourth and eighth.
Oops!
not good.
I died. Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Guess I'm losing this one.
Damn.
That'd be a big brain strat. Well, in any event, guys, thank you for the race. GG's and best of luck in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
GG again,
Thank you.
Dansta.
Zach,
then-
thank you for commentating with me.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for commentating too. Make sure to drop Cool Cat Gang a follow, everyone watching right now, as well as Dansta and EEEK, two very good runners. Dansta potentially looming on the horizon of a 57 soon.
Yeah, whenever Elden Ring's over.
Whenever he finishes Elden Ring, he'll be back on the 57 grind. And stick around for the next match, which is Jambo versus Buster Doggy. That is going to be a really great match to watch. So don't go anywhere, guys.